Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. I have a new video. Today I'm just going to be going over some updates I made to the Homelab recently. Not a lot, just machine and a couple network changes. So we replaced our R720 with an R730 XD. This system originally came with two E5 2683 V4s with 64 cores in total, 256 gigabytes of RAM, two 1 terabyte enterprise SSDs, which were brand new, 100% write endurance left on them, as well as a couple 800 gigabyte Toshiba drives, I think they were, which we currently are not using at the moment. And recently added a flex bay in the back, but the one I got had the wrong cable, so I have to get the one for the 24 bay, which I'm waiting to come in, which is going to take quite a while, a few weeks. And, just the normal H730 RAID controller with two 1000 watt power supplies. One's only installed. But we swapped the processors out with a pair of 2643 V4s because the 2683s, they have a lot of cores, but we do some tasks that require more single core performance, which the 2643s are doing a good job of. We had 2667 V2s in the previous system with scores about 300 points lower, but the 2643s are newer and they're slightly more efficient. Plus, this machine runs on DDR4 instead of DDR3, so finding parts is also much easier there. So we have two 1 terabyte Samsung SSDs, and the enterprise SSDs are also Samsung, but I don't know what model they are because there was some weird name on them. And then there's six 2 terabyte Seagate hard drives in there. One of them was giving us issues today. System reported a fault, but after pulling the drive out and reseating it, the problem has gone away. No idea why. Got a replacement coming anyways, but we're going to keep an eye on it and replace it if we have to. But it's not reporting any problems with it now, so we're just going to let it run and see what happens. Then we have the switch thing here. Took out a whole bunch of stuff because we don't need it anymore. And the old R720 is here. It's kind of dusty. It hasn't been running in a while. This one has two E5 2667 V2s with, I think, 64 gigabytes of DDR3 RAM. Might be more than that because we had quite a bit in there when we pulled it. Two 300 gigabyte Toshiba drives, and just, the H720, and I think 750 watt power supply in there. Yeah, these rest of these machines, I'm going to warn you about, are going to be a little dirty because they're close to the floor. We have a lot of cats, and the main person that lives here is a chain smoker, and these machines run in the living room, but they're quiet enough where it doesn't interfere with anything. Yep, so we have the old firewall here, some old fans sticking out of the computer, fiber cable there, and we have the old HP DL360 Gen 7. Very reliable machine, but by today's standards, slow and power hungry. And then the other R720s, which are just there for spare parts. One has a 2680 V2 in it with, I think, 32 gigs of RAM. Just drives just sitting in there, all 300 gigabytes, I think. That's about it. There. And we got all the parts here. 700 watt power supplies, trays, all that. Boxes. Now on the back of the R730 here, we have the management LED. And this system came with two 10 gigabit ports as well as two RJ45 gigabit ports, which was nice because we needed both of them. In the old system, we had to have a PCIe card for that. So we are utilizing one 10 gig port, and we have one port for the ISP modem and the access point, which goes into a pfSense VM. Here there's a 1 terabyte NVMe on a PCIe adapter. It's a Samsung. I have tape over that because the roommate sleeps about 12 feet behind me, and these lights are very bright, brighter than that one down there in the corner. So as soon as you walk in the room, you just get blasted in the face with these two LEDs. So I just put something to cover it. There's a flex bay, which again, I'm waiting for the proper cable to come in to connect to the front backplane, because the one I have is for the 3.5-inch backplane, which the flex bay board and most of the cables are the same, but the 3.5-inch cable for the backplane, or sorry, the cable for the 3.5-inch cable, damn it, I can't talk today. The cable for the 3.5-inch backplane is wired differently than the 2.5-inch backplane. So the system throws an error when you try plugging it in. And I got the new cable coming in, but it's going to take weeks at this point. And then there's just the modem, some miscellaneous stuff there. Back of the R720 here. And then the rest is just down there. There's nothing really all I have to see other than just the back of the machines that are unplugged. And the only thing other than the server we changed is this guy over here. We got a different access point because the radio quit working in the old one, and it was causing a lot of packet loss and problems along those lines. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.